Look at that. Two robots lining up to shove you both in the bed, to shove you in the bed.
Oh, Matilda did the worst. Cut through there. A bit longer and should have gone right through the electronics of it.
But your light kept flashing.
Yeah. The light survived at least, yeah.
Robot ears, stand by.
Ken Feltwell driving, David Vowles alongside him.
The only thing that's really remained the same since the last war is the bodywork, which we've had to repair quite a bit. And we've beefed up the forks here to make them a bit more powerful. We've changed also the drive mechanism for the forks. We've lowered it down considerably, so we've got an advantage there. And we've gone to wheelchair motors instead of starter motors, which hopefully will give us better performance.
3, 2, 1, activate.
What will Dreadnaut have learnt from the first wars? Another brick in the wall. And another. Through though, Dreadnaut. But not powering on. What are they doing here? Into reverse. Now, if they're not going to take on that wall, they are surely, no? To the left. Well, they're going the other way now. Now, that's a waste of time taking on the robots. Ken Feltwell, a permanent clay modeller. He plays the trombone. He's showing a lot of brass here to take on Matilda. There, the shot from the Matilda cam. Dreadnaut powering me on Matilda. And through. Well, they made it in the end.
Well, guys, first of all, you remove only one brick in the wall, you pull back, smash the wall to pieces, and then you change your mind, come back here, and go down this lane.
It seemed like too much hard work to get through the brick wall, so we thought we'd just try and go for the gap.
Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Because the brothers-in-law are through. Confirmation, Dreadnaut completing the course in the fastest time so far.
Robot ears, stand by.
Chris Krosky and Peter Kyberd, they were in the first wars with Scarab, described as a slow-moving cheese sandwich, certainly a rare bit.
It's an improvement over the robot that we had in the last war, in that we've gone from wheels to tracks, which means we'd have no ground clearance problems anymore. We've also improved the hammer mechanism, which is very similar to the one that we had in the last war. We've also now got very thick plastic armour, which is very, very light, but very hard to cut if you're set up to cut steel, which is what the robots around here all seem to be set up to cut.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Now the chaps from Abingdon have spent £1,500 on those modifications. Slow moving and steady. Rameses II takes on the wall. Now there's that 4-foot-long hammer, and it almost overthrew Rameses II there, almost overbalancing. The motor, very highly biased for that hammer release. Has it got enough power to go beyond the bricks and take on the ramp? Behind, waiting, is Shunt. I don't think Shunt will close, though. And there, Matilda, just in case. Rameses can get up and over the ramp. Matilda is there with the chainsaw. The chainsaw against a spring-loaded arm weapon. A mace, 9 kilos, 400 pounds of spring release. Matilda's tusks and the chainsaw to take on that polyethylene industrial shell. And I think they've done enough. Matilda tries to flip.
Cease.
I think they've done enough. Who wants a picture of Matilda's backside? Rameses II, they're through, 10.9 metres.
Robot ears, stand by.
Oliver Steeples driving there on the right with Ben Steeples, his brother.
I can't tell you much about it because it's classified, but I'll show you the weapon, which is a lifting arm that can lift and flip other robots.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Was it just me, or did that lifting arm look very, very slow? Beyond the spikes, well, thinking about them anyway, the movable video cassette recorder with the 2 front prongs.
One of the house robots is going over. I've got a lifting arm, so I might as well use it.
Well, Ben, I'm hoping you're the sensible brother here. Is that what you're hoping for as well?
Yeah, I've been screaming at him to go down the other way, but he wouldn't listen, and now he wants to take out a house robot, and he'll end up in a pit like Mortis.
And he says he enjoyed watching Oliver making an idiot of himself in the first wars. But what can Oliver do now? A graduate from Reading University flipped up. You can see the Matilda cam there, close up. And Oliver, who loves 3D cartoons, this is a little bit Mickey Mouse, and you could be on the way to Pluto.
Cease.
Ricky. We've enjoyed having the brothers for their confirmation. The worst result so far. Griffon, out.
So the war goes on. You don't regret spending the whole of your summer building a robot?
No, thanks to everyone who helped me in the workshop and bits and pieces. I know who they are.
Cool, thank you very much.
One robot down, one to be eliminated in the trials. Now, in days of old, when knights were bold and you could still get around in for under a fiver, people used to spear each other just for fun. That's what people did before robot wars. Now it's armour-plated robots facing each other across a field of battle, fighting for the hand of some fair mechanical maiden. Each of our surviving robots will joust Matilda. If they can survive the initial blow, then it'll be a battle to see who gains the most ground. The robot who puts in the worst performance will waltz out of the tournament. Hey, let the trials begin.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
All about power and pace, Oblivion can get up to 12 miles an hour, but immediately flipped and dangerously near to the edge of the ramp. If it goes off, the adjudicators will measure where it rests. Rusts in pieces, in other words. 5.6 metres. That's not a bad run for Oblivion.
The ambulance lights!
It's a good thing we didn't turn it on, actually. If we would have destroyed everything out, yeah. It would have been totally destroyed.
Are you happy with that performance? Because you've got really far.
Yeah, hopefully the judges will see it our way.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Mortis, 20 kilos heavier than Oblivion, meets Matilda head to head. Now, one of Matilda's tusks is caught in underneath those tank-style tracks on the Renault conveyor chain there, you see. And Mortis is actually pushing Matilda back there. Ben Impey, one of the team, was once involved in a mileage marathon car to see how far his vehicle could go on a gallon of petrol. He didn't get very far. Will he get far here? This is good work by Mortis, dancing and waltzing with Matilda. Who'd want to dance with Matilda? With her petro breath. But they're through, Mortis. 6.1 metres. Well done.
So I just thought I'd smash in and see what happened, but unfortunately, she's definitely a bit close to the ground, so I went up on top. But still, even when I'm up in the air, she couldn't push me backwards and I was pushing her at times, so couldn't get off of her.
So you're happy?
Reasonably, we're through. Get to fight something next round.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Low ground clearance for Challenger could come in handy. Oh dear, look at the steering. Steve Dove, take a breathalyzer, for goodness sake. Get a grip on him, boys. He's not got the grips with Matilda. Power, power, push. This is not looking good for Challenger. They've gone backwards. Minus 0.1 metre. What a nightmare.
Jousting does really depend on the robot going in a straight line, doesn't it?
It does, yes. It does go in a straight line if it's driven right.
Okay. Well, you didn't do too badly, I suppose.
Well, we just got a minus figure.
It could be worse, but not much worse.
No, not much worse.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
There's the heraldic shield on the edge of Dreadnaut. Getting into the spirit of things. Something flew off. I don't know whether it was from Matilda or Dreadnaut, who seemed to be impaled on the ramp. The wheels slip and slide away, but they've done enough. They're through. Dreadnaut 5.4 metres. They're in the next round.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
As long as Rameses II isn't pushed back down that ramp by Matilda, those boys will go through. Ooh, look at the mace on top. Perhaps that's to grapple on to Matilda and hang on in there. And they're hanging on in there at the moment, but being pushed back. And Challenger will hope they'll get pushed back all the way. And they're blocking Matilda's route. There's the mace. Now square onto Matilda there. Blocking Matilda's way through with the tusks. As long as they stay there. 1 second to go. They're through. Too late now for Matilda.
Matilda, cease when you're told to.
Naughty girl. But Rameses through. Challenger, fade away.
After the joust, not too much damage sustained, no?
No, not too much.
OK, so Dreadnought still in, still alive and kicking. Challenger, actually, it's another story for Challenger. And sadly, you're already packing to go home. All right?
When you got to go, you got to go.
Oh.